Aya! No, it's not the Lion King, it's Tembo! Hello and welcome to Cyrils Brettspiele. My name is Nils from Cyrils Brettspiele, and today we are taking a closer look to Tembo, the African game from NSV, which means Nürnberger Spielkartenverlag. I know that's really complicated for US citizens or English speaking people. However, I can do it. Let's take a look what's inside the box, and this size is just a little card game. Wow! There are a couple of cubes in it representing the different color of players, and these are only markers. They are also a stack of cards in it, and these cards are fairly easy, but they are all, the artwork is just African style, as you can see, and on the back side you have always the same, it's always the river. All the cards have the same back, and the fronts are simply a little bit different. You have three different animals: an antelope, you have an ox here, and you have zebras here. They have numbers from 1 to 42 on top. That is really important because it's a stackable card game, so you can only stack cards in ascending order. This is victory points, but ignore that for a moment. So then you have also elephants, you have lions, and you have crocodiles, and you have the big gigantic alligator. That's all the different cards in the game. The rest is just different numbers. What you're doing is you're taking out of these stacks a hand size of 5 per player and then making 5 different river areas. 5 different little areas where animals can try to get over the river. So what you're doing is you're stacking and starting with a number here, and now you can only put a higher number than a 6 on top. When blue player is doing that, he's marking that as a blue player. Now the next person can do it probably with a 40, and now you know it's only 42, so there's not a lot of space. However, there is probably another 42, and red player has that as well on his hand. We are doing that and on every little area in the river here, and trying to stack these animals here like this. When you have a lion and you draw a lion, because you redraw always up to 5 cards on your hand, when you draw a lion and there are only 3 in the whole deck, they might be under here, but they might be in the deck. You never know exactly. Then the lion is coming and eating. If you are the black player, you don't want to eat that, you don't want to eat that, go here and eat all of them. That means you take all the cubes away and kill all of them. Bam! Out of the game. So ignore the numbers on here right now, just to showcase the next one. The lion is staying there, so this place, you can never go to this place any longer. In a normal game, you only have 2 river sides where you can go over the river later on in the game. However, the alligator here, he is also killing all of the animals, but he is vanishing after, he is disappearing after, so he goes into the discard pile. These little crocodiles, they are eating either the top card, that means the red X, or any of these water buffaloes. So they can eat this one or all the water buffaloes, indicated here number 1 and 2, and they would let these zebras live. So either kill that or both of them, depending if you're black or red or blue or yellow. You would probably pick some of them. You have alligators for each single type, so for zebras, for buffaloes, and for antelopes. 2 of them are in the deck per crocodile. You have 1 alligator who is killing all, 3 lions, and you have a couple of friendly elephants. Whenever you have the majority here in cubes, you might be interested in transporting these animals on the other side of the river. Then you use an elephant. But here's a catch. You need at least 3 cards. We have 4 here right now in this deck. So this elephant can go on here, transport all of these on the other side of the river. The player who had his cube on it will get them. So 1 will get to blue, 1 to black, and 2 to red, and then put them into your pile, and these are victory points at the end of the game. You play that game 1 round until all the cards are running out, or someone, to be precisely, until one player cannot make a legal play any longer. What does that mean? Simply, we have imagined this and this and this would be already lions, so you have only 2 water holes here, and the player has no card that allows to play over a 25 or a 32, which is possible, and also not a crocodile or alligator, because you could, even if I'm red, I have to play this card. Of course, I could play it here, but even if I would kill my own, let's assume it's this, I have to play it. If I can play a legal card, I must play a legal card. But once one player is not able to play a legal card, the game is over. That is Tembo, and that's the rules of Tembo. As you can hear, it's very simple, it's very easy. It's a card game, right? So let's talk about my personal experiences with Tembo, as always, in a nutshell, because that's the more important part here in a nutshell. Before I'm talking a little bit about the game, I wanted to let you know, and Andreas Spies, the designer, know that I visited Africa 3 times. So I was in Africa 3 times. We love the animals down there. We love the atmosphere. We love the wildlife there. It's gorgeous. It's breathtaking. It is one of the most important things to see when you're really into nature, when you love animals. Then Africa is a place to be. You can go there and you see all the wild animals in reservations. That is so gorgeous. These national parks are awesome, believe it. But we also learned nature can be really cruel and dangerous, because you see that hyenas eating some meat. You see lions lying down under trees and relaxing and waiting for their prey. You see vultures in the air. You see all of that. You see that nature is brutal. There is a fight for life, for survival. And this is what this game really catches. It could happen that you're ending with 0 points. Everybody has 0 points. That is an option in Tembo, and that makes this game so really cool. And I also like the fact that there are 3 lions in it, but you take the cards for the river out of this deck, so it might be only 2 in there, or even 1. I saw that once. So it's never be the same game, and that just out of 50 cards-ish. That is the brilliance of Tembo. It's really cool. It captures this survival of the fittest really clever into a tiny little card game that you can take wherever you want. And that is what I like on Tembo. That was my view on Tembo from Nürnberger Spielekartenverlag NSV. And if you can get your hands on Tembo, honestly, it's a cheap little card game. Go grab it. I mean, it's a cool experience for 2, 3, 4 players. It doesn't matter. With 2 players, you have a lot more of control, obviously, about your cards, playing your cards, and a little bit of strategy. With 4 players, it's a little bit more chaotic. However, you have still a lot of fun, because it feels so good to bring these animals on the other side and save them and put them into your pile. Thanks for watching. This was my view for Tembo. That was my personal opinion on Tembo. And see you next time here on Cyrils Brettspiele when we talk about another game. See you. Bye. Bye.